So here now to offer a meditation to help clear and dissolve and resolve any fear that might come up now in regards to this meditation and the journey it might take us to a younger part of our life in this life. So let us begin by taking some slow and deep breaths. These deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, out through your mouth. Making a sound on the out breath. Two more of those. Really opening your mouth and letting go on this next one and really letting a sound out. So now what I'd like for you to do is to drop in as deeply as you can by connecting to your heart, into your heart space. You can choose to place one or both hands over your heart space now, connecting that electricity between your heart and hands or hand now. What's happening right now with your heart? Is it calm? Is it open? Is it clear? Or might you feel some energy rising in your heart as you connect to it now emotionally? Some sadness, grief, or even joy. Allowing yourself just to feel what you feel now and give yourself permission to just let it all rise. Any energy that's moving now. And now we're going to take this one step even deeper, as deep as we possibly can go, and back into the space behind our hearts. This space behind your heart is where the seat of your soul is, where your soul's light resides. Dropping into that space now. As you drop in, allowing yourself just to feel your soul's light as well, its essence, its brilliance, this transcendent, luminous, brilliant light of your soul. Connecting now deeply to your body, your being from here. Doing a scan of your entire central channel. Allowing yourself to be gifted with this beautiful gift of a divine, brilliant disk of light that is directly above your head. That is from Source. Calling all divine higher beings now to be here with us, and let the light of these beings pour into this disk of light. So within this disk of light, this bright, brilliant ball, this disk, there is a vast amount of unconditional love, care, support, beautiful acceptance. Any and all forgiveness is here waiting in this disk of light. And I ask you now to invite this disc of light, this energy that is coming from this brilliant light energy, to come down from it into your crown chakra, brow chakra, moving it down into your throat chakra, down into your heart chakra, letting the light do what it so brilliantly does, into your solar plexus, into your sacral chakra, and into your root chakra. Grounding the light now below, all the way down below your feet. And just anchoring it there. This light is purifying, cleansing, and opening your chakras now. And it's also showing you any and all possible resistance to this work as well that could show up in the form of your body feeling some tight or tense energy. And we're going to use the body now as a gateway to work with what's coming up in our bodies and our beings that might be related to what we call fear. So just noticing where you might feel some tight or tense energy. And where might that be now? Could it be in your heart, the throat, or maybe one of your lower three chakras? Where do you sense and feel that there is some tight or tense energy? Noting it, taking a deep breath into it now. Like you're breathing right into that tension. Letting it move, letting the energy be moved because of that breath, the breath's helping it move. Now we're going to give a voice to that tension, to that energy, letting it speak to you. Simply getting out of the way, just listening to the energy. What is it saying? Perhaps it's saying, I don't like this, or I hate this, I fear this, please help me, I feel stuck. These are all examples. Whatever you hear, simply hear it. And now taking that message that was given to you and connect it now to a possible fear. And I want you to connect that to this energy, this whatever this possible fear is, to an age of yourself at a very young time. See if you can trace this energy, this fear that already might be showing itself to you, to a younger part of this life, when you first began to feel this fear, and that this energy resembles. So we're looking for the youngest memory and age that you can think of that's coming to you. And to correct that this is not a thinking process. It's a deep introspective allowing of these energies to surface process. And the mind may be used as a tool to access the information. So what memory pops? What age are you? If you would, please see this part of yourself, this younger part of yourself in your mind's eye. Dropping into that space behind your heart, accessing your soul's light, feeling into the divine beauty and brilliance of your soul's light now, anchoring to it, in fact. Allowing yourself just to feel now this silence. the silence of your soul, the stillness. And as you do, now I want you to connect with that younger part of yourself. Perhaps you're very young, and in front of you see this young, beautiful child that is you. Allow yourself just to be there with yourself, this part of you. And I want you to make an introduction, please, to this younger part of you, letting this part of you, the child part of you, this aspect of you, as they say, these parts of us are aspects. And let your younger self know that he or she is with you, with yourself at a later age. And there's something else going on here, that he or she is with so much divine love and support and care. And his or her soul is here. Your child's soul is here now too. Who they truly are. The brilliance of their beingness is here. Nothing to fear, nothing to worry about, only to know that this moment right now is a moment that they get to be heard, to share, to feel listened to, and to speak, and to feel whatever wants to come forward. So that is the first question. If there's anything here that wants to be shared out loud, so your child can share anything that feels that's going on right now that is painful or hurtful or fearful, that there's a fear, the similar fear that we're working with before is here to bring forward any and all of that and sharing out loud to you in words. And if it is this fear that you were just feeling a while ago, and if there is a fear here or there's a new fear, to share about what that fear is, where is it coming from, and how does it make your child feel? It's also part of the question here, to be more specific. So taking that time now just to listen and let your child share. So when you're ready, saying to your child now, out loud to your child, if that's okay, or internally, with all your heart and soul, I hear you. I see you. I feel you. And I love you so much. I know that it has been challenging, and for that I am so sorry. That this fear has felt more real than this divine love that you're feeling right now. I hope that you're feeling right now. That fear is real. See if you can really allow your child to hear what's going to come next. Not only allow, just give permission to your child to be here now, if he or she chooses to hear this. It is a choice. I want you to know that no one taught you about fear, about the illusion of fear. Is it possible that there wasn't a conscious mentor or parent, or maybe there was only one parent, depending on the story of what happened, that was really available to share anything around how to manage your energy system when things came up that were concerning or worrisome, or that negative energy came through in the form of karma, or a thinking process came through, or you felt energies from others, that it led to possibly just thinking a lot and then feeling negative energy coming through that from that thinking. And then it turned into possibly what felt like a belief. And then you began to make decisions upon that. But really still first and foremost coming from a place of just this negative energy that no one taught you how to respond to. It was more about reacting to it or running from it or resisting it. You weren't taught how to respond to it. So rather than it storing in your body as this thing called fear, it would transmute up and out just as fast as feelings go or emotions go. They're like the wind. They just come and then they go. Let's all take a deep breath. So fear was probably not something you understood so well. And I hear that you had this pain or this energy rising as a child and maybe didn't feel so safe to share it or even know what questions to ask. And I want you to know we hear you and feel you and understand. I can only imagine how painful that was. You are so loved, so cared for, so accepted. You always were. You may not have known that. You had so much divine support, angels, guides, masters. That's why we are probably still here today. We have each other. You can never be alone. Not only do we have each other, but we have God. We have the divine. We have divine love. We have the heart. And inside the heart, behind the heart, is something called the soul. Your soul's light exists. The light that you feel now will always be with you because it is your soul that you feel in God's love. So taking that deep breath. Now just taking a moment to allow your child to share with you anything that's being felt or heard from what's being shared as your child is listening to all of this. See how your child responds. Just noting that your child may or may not be extremely receptive. This could feel new or might be extremely receptive and so grateful. There's no wrong or right way to feel here or be. We're all at a different place with these different parts of ourselves at whatever place we're at or whatever time. And so now asking your child if there was something that your child really just would love more of or would appreciate more of that could help your child heal this completely, that you could do more of today as an adult to help the entire totality of the healing process to occur. Please ask your child that question now and let her or he answer. Thanking your child for this and just noting that what it is and see if you could commit to it. Can you choose to do more of that? Or could you be a part of that more often? Or could this information be gathered or given or whatever's being requested? Could you commit to that and make that commitment now? And now if there's anything else that could be helped or supported right now in consideration of your child that he or she might want to share with you, what might that be? Let them share. Excellent. Again, committing to this, or saying thank you for this information, or really being there present with whatever's being shared in whatever way could be helpful. We're now at a point where your child is being asked as an option to really just leave this circumstance behind and heal this part of you completely and dissolve into the light. Rapid, effective forward movement by asking your child if he or she is ready to come into your heart, to dissolve into your soul's light, the space behind. It's a process of literally asking and seeing what your child says, may or may not be ready. And either way, it is an option. This is not the end of your relationship. In fact, it's a deepening, a closer union might come online. Absolutely will come online. There no longer feels like there's a separation or a part of you outside of you. It's a togetherness, it's a unification, a closeness, a warmth within your own heart together. And if there is a resistance, then there might be some more of this work to do prior to the dissolving of you two together into the light. So just allowing now that answer to come. So if the answer is yes, blessing your child, thanking your child, honoring this brave, courageous, patient child, and wrapping your child in a light-filled hug if that feels in alignment, and bringing your child into your heart, dissolving into your heart. This is what creates the oneness of all, dissolving all these parts of oneself. There is no separation, wholeness, completeness. Often we have these parts of ourselves still outside of us, needing our attention and acknowledgement and love. Bringing this part of you into the light of your soul. Feeling the difference now. Feel the warmth, the kindness, the care, the light. Perhaps it's brighter now within your soul. You can feel it. It's palpable. It's beautiful. Enjoying that closeness and connection to your soul through this initiation of your child moving into your heart, into your soul's light. Blessing again and thanking again your child. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So grateful. Thank you. Taking that slow and deep breath. Noting that as the future unfolds, there could be more information, more emotion that might rise up from this time period, or even another one of your childhood. Sometimes that can happen. Sometimes you think the very emotions that you're having as an adult could be similar to those as a child, and just more energies moving, more needs to be heard, to addressed and honored and dissolved into the light rapidly. Thank you so much.